Howdy folks, Bairdos here. This video is going to explain to you exactly what is meant when the current monthly campaign talks about Assault, Nyzul Isle, Uncharted Area Survey, Mysterious Item Campaign. Yes, that's a bit of a mouthful. This will help explain exactly what that means though. First off, we need to be a private second class in the Treasures of At Argan missions, which is fairly straightforward. Second off, no, not that person. We have to speak to Rital for an Imperial Army ID tag. Once you have one of them, you need to go on over to Sorrowful Sage. View mission list, and you want to go to the Nyzul Isle Uncharted Area Survey. You want to sign up for it, and then you want to head on over to Nyzul Isle. To get there, we just head straight across the courtyard. So, jobs that you will want to do this on for optimal, there's always got to be something interrupting my recording. Now it's a chopper. Lovely. Yeah, for optimal farming, I suppose you would call it, you want to do this on a job that can AoE pretty well. Just hit area of effect attacks. So you're looking at Blue Mage. Blue Mage is brilliant for this. Even Black Mage and Scholar are pretty good for this. I personally use Beastmaster because of those jobs I've just mentioned. Beastmaster is the one I've got geared best, and the pet I use for it is Scissorleg Zerin, which is the Chapely pet. So once we're here, we need to talk to Shayal to get command, or Shayal for command verification, and then we want to go in. I am ready, let me in. You'll see the reason why we want to have an AoE ready job once we're in there. What the event actually, or the campaign actually does, is it means that any of the NMs that you encounter on each floor, sometimes there's multiple, sometimes there's none, will drop a question mark item like normal. However, when you actually get it appraised, it can turn into almost anything that falls into the category of that NM drop. So if the NM you kill happens to drop an earring, for instance, then you can get almost any earring from the game. And the last time I did this, I had stuff drop that had only been released the month before, which was really interesting. So yeah, it's a good way for you to be able to get some pretty good gear without actually having to do the events. Right, so we have an eliminate all enemies floor. If you're unfamiliar with Nyzul Isle, you'll be given objectives each floor, and one of them just so happens to be eliminate all enemies. Oh, I don't have my macro set up for Beast. And then I think it's move 2 I want to use. And that's why we want an AoE capable job, because 18k Oh, we didn't even hit the death cap. As you'll have seen though, Doppelganger Geo, or Doppelganger Dio, sorry, was an NM, so he dropped us a brown box, which as soon as you open it, gives you, in this case, a question mark pole +1. So what you want to do is, on floors where it's eliminate all enemies, you just want to go around eliminating absolutely everything. On other floors where there's other objectives, you only want to go after the NMs, or go after the objectives and the NMs. Hello Maltha. Come on, hurry up and kill that pup trap. There we go. Yeah, so now we will get Zerin again to use Tegmina Buffet and kill those three. Over 20k this time. Oh, did not kill Maltha. For shame, Zerin. For shame. Come on, hurry up and kill him. Right, and that's everything on the floor. You get notified, just like in my right hand menu there, window, sorry, that floor 1 objective complete, Rune of Transfer activated. So there are a couple of ways to speed this up. The first of which is, if you have a second character you can use, have them in your party as well and just leave them at the Rune of Transfer. I've done this quite a lot with my wife's character. It just means you don't have to run back here, you can just travel up. The next thing worth mentioning is there's 2 different sort of schools on how best to do this. Each of the boss floors, so level or floor 20, 40, 60 and... Are you an NM? Yes, yes you are. Come with me. Alright, you don't want to aggro. Fine. Get wrecked. Yeah, 2 different schools I thought. One is you come in and you only aim for floor 20. Therefore, you're not skipping past boss floors. You're only going for whatever NMs are on the floors before you get to a boss floor. Because from the boss floor you get a guaranteed +2 box, which can turn into pop items, or it can also turn into, that's what we're after. If you are to eliminate a specified enemy, then it means you're after an impossible to gauge enemy that isn't an NM. Yeah, the +2 item can become pop items, or it can also become items such as the armor you would get from Nyzul back in the day. There was also a chance it could turn into purses of Alexandrite as well. I'm sure there's other items it can turn into that are ridiculously good, but at the moment I can't for the life of me remember what they are. The other school is more how I normally do it, and that's just come in, aim for 60 or so, and just keep going up random floors and go after the NMs, rather than bothering with coming in and just doing one run and going out. I can understand that way of thinking, but oh, come on. There we go. Come on, come closer. There we go. I know about range, but that's probably a good thing because Fire's Lantern is now coming. So, this is what you do. You come into the area, you attack everything, kill all the NMs, always, and then you leave with some hopefully good loot. So what I'll do is, as you saw, this is a run up to floor 20. I will cut now to each NM kill. There's another Maltha from here and floor 20. And then what we'll do is, at the end, I will show you exactly what loot I get from this. And that's her deed. Now we get the Death handcuffs because she is of level 20, so they are awful. But that's us done. So I'll now cut to exactly where we trade these. So, Draba is who we traded all of the items to. He is just down from home point 3, which is just up there. So, let us get to the trading. So from that very short run we came out with 8 items. So let's see what we get. A Dominion Mace. Okay. Is that any good? No. I didn't promise it was all going to be good. A Legionnaire Staff, that's certainly not very good. And the ring, a Thunder Soul ring. Okay, that's alright. Did need another one of them. And regardless, that probably NPC pretty well too. Giant fish bones. that a pop for something, or is that just... Right. It could be. I'll need to look into that. A light grip. Light grip's not very good. Enlil's Gambison. That is a bit of salvage pre-build gear. Like one of the pieces you need to make a piece of salvage gear. A Narashima's vest. Again, proving that you can get absolutely anything from this. Once upon a time that was alright. And from our box we get a linen coin purse. Nice! What does our coin purse turn into then? 97 pieces of alexandrite, so almost 700k from that very short run. Now I will clarify here, that's maybe the second linen coin purse I've gotten. I've done this probably upwards of 50 times. The luck used to be a lot better. The first couple of times that they did the campaign, it was, at least in my experience, it was much better at giving you good items. What we just got was more par for my course as of late, but it is still the potential for you to get Rizenjima gear is worth the time, in my opinion. Yeah. So AoE jobs make it a lot faster, but it is doable with any job. But yeah, it's really not a hard campaign to do. It's probably why they've ninja nerfed the results. Again, at least in my experience. There are threads on FF11AH.com where people are still getting really good stuff regularly. I might just be very unlucky all of a sudden, but yeah, I still think it's worth time, especially if you've got nothing else that you really need to be doing. There's chances of getting stuff that will potentially be better for your gear, or just chances of 700k after 15 minutes work. So there you have it, folks. The guide to exactly what the Assault Nyzul Isle Uncharted Area Survey Mysterious Item campaign means. Anytime this comes up in the coming months as one of the campaigns for that month, you will know exactly what it means. So, thanks for watching. I hope it did help you with exactly what it meant and gives you some idea of exactly how best to tackle it. If there's anything you want to ask, put it in the comments below. I'm happy to get back to you. I do daily Let's Plays, so feel free to hit subscribe to check them out, one of which is a Wednesday and Saturday series with my Jimmy Bonsai character. For now though, take it easy, adios.